are back, and it's a little delayed, but for those of you who are watching this, I am holding up a copy of this year's Orlando Sentinel Foodie Awards, which was done by me and all of the readers, because they do it too. And it was really fun this year. It's always a huge amount of work, and it's really, really hard, as you can imagine, because I mean, how many places in this city could get best pizza or best burger or best sandwich? More than 3. And I'm only allowed to pick 3, and 2 are runner-ups. So it's hard. This is a hard thing because there can only be one.
That is correct. And then welcome to a new episode of Let's Eat Orlando with Amy, Drew, and Biggie. Amy, Drew, very excited and ready to jump into the Foodie Awards.
Because I thought
it's okay.
He was going to do the intro because I did it last time, and then he threw it to me, and I was like, so
it's all good. Yeah, you wanna, before we do this, before we start talking about this and going over some of your choices, and we'll kind of reiterate some of the readers' choices. Can, like, a little bit behind the curtain type of thing, in the sense of like world of what you have to do when something like this happens. Can you just give listeners somewhat of a perspective of, like, when the Foodie Awards happen and you have to do this? Obviously, I'm assuming you know the category, so then you start thinking about, what it is of, like, who you're going to select. Do you do that before nominations, before we even see reader nominations?
Gosh. I start thinking, knowing what a big undertaking this is. The first 2 years I did this, possibly 3. The first 2 years, though, for sure that I did this, the last night before deadline, I did not sleep. Like, it was all-nighters. So knowing what a huge undertaking it is now, I start very early, and I start putting together lists, and the list might be pretty long, and I know that I'm gonna have to narrow it down, because in the end I can only pick one, which stinks, but it's what I have to do. And so I try to be, I try to think about different things, think about the way you and I did the chicken tenders thing, and we were methodical about it because there were a few that were kind of overlapping, right? They were good for this reason, but they were not as good for this reason, and they crisscrossed, and we ultimately had to make a decision of where they would go. And so it's a big thing. So yeah, I start early.
I can't imagine, because I was like thinking about it, and as I was clicking through the different articles of every single category, because every category is an article, and then there's 50 of them, and then you have to give 50 of your recommendations with like write-ups. So it's like, it's a huge undertaking for a section.
Yeah. I drink at the end.
As you should. Probably no eating, because you've eaten so much of all these places.
Yeah, and it's hard. I'm actually in the wake of the foodies. Like, there are certain things that have caught up, because there's only one of me, and there's a whole year, and there's foodie news, and I can't get to everything that's new all the time, and I can't get to other places that are recommended to me. So right now, I've been going to like a million coffee shops, because there's been all these coffee shops that have opened that I haven't been to. So I've been popping into a lot of coffee shops lately. I've also been popping into wine bars that open that I haven't, because next year I want to have more to consider, because there are a lot of places I can't get to. And if I've never been there, then obviously I can't consider it because I haven't gone there. It could be great. It could be not that great. I don't know. So I've been trying to catch up.
No, I think that's
I'm never going to totally catch up, but I'm really, really trying to do what I can.
And that's all you really can do, right? That's all you really can kind of work with. I know that you, speaking of coffee, we'll use that one as like our way to go into it. So I know, trying to figure out, like, I know places. What was I don't know how you want to go about it. We can talk. Well, I'll give you the topic. You maybe give me yours, and then I can kind of maybe bring up, what the reader's choice was as well, and kind of go for that route. Do you remember what your reader's one, your choice was? I believe it was Austin's.
It was Austin's, and I will tell you this, that the readers, I believe, picked Fable.
They actually picked Foxtail, with the runner-up being Fable.
Fable was a runner-up. Okay, because I remember they were running. And the funny thing was, when I saw them in the nomination process, because I have nothing to do with that, but then when the nominees are in, they're in. And when I saw Fable had been on my whiteboard to go visit, because somebody had recommended Fable to me. Said, oh, you need to go to this place. It's over in East Orlando. It's Fable. It has like kind of a D&D kind of fun gaming sort of thing going on. Not quite how, what was that place that I used to love that closed?
Cloak and Blaster.
Cloak and Blaster, which I loved in its original location, was like Chef's kiss. I love that place. So it wasn't like that heavy, but they do have games there that you can play, and they have, all their things, and they bake a lot of their stuff. So I was like, oh my gosh, the readers have identified a place that was, that's why I love this, because every year it's in the 5 years I've been doing this, every year it gets better. Like the reader picks get better. And I was excited to see something that was on my list that I hadn't even gotten to try yet. So obviously I couldn't consider them, but they are on my list to go.
And you picked Austin's in Fairbanks in Winter Park as
I love
your
Austin.
shop.
I do. Have you been to Austin?
I actually don't think I have. I'm always wondering because of like parking. I've passed by it numerous times. It's just one of those where I'm never, I think what it is, a lot of it for me is like, I'm never in that area, and I'm never in the area to go, ooh, I'm going to stop and go get a cup of coffee.
Right. Well, also Austin's is a place that you really have to love it to go if you just want to pop in, because it's not like there are so many drive-through places now. So I think a lot of people just in their busy lives will defer to that. But for me, coffee house is, yes, it's good coffee, but it's also like a vibe to me. And I love Austin's for what it is. It is that sort of quintessential coffee house with, the old boots and the old floors, and potentially at any given point over the last 20 years, garage sale furniture. I just joked with somebody today. I was like, my vibe for coffee house is like, am I going to get bed bugs on that couch? Not seriously,
Okay.
but I like, a comfortable, lived in bohemian sort of coffee shop. And right now, coffee shops are in a very hardcore gleaming, like, it's a coffee shop now, but later we're going to do surgery here. Like that's kind of the aesthetic.
That's funny.
Coffee houses now. And they're beautiful, but like they're clean and they're beautiful and they're modern, but sometimes they're not warm. And
yeah, no, I gotcha. The feeling that, and
warmth.
And that's something Austin, obviously, I know Austin, that's something Austin radiates is warmth and kind of like kind of like your local coffee shop. Best bakery, I saw that I had just recently ate there. It's one of my wife and daughter's favorite place. ButterMilk Bakery is who you selected.
No, there's a lot of good bakeries, and I have picked other bakeries for this, and I really do try to spread the love, because I could name a bunch that are worthy of the best bakery title.
Yeah, you actually had as your runner-ups, as your critics' choice was Sister's Honey, and Light on the Sugar, and then reader's pick was Charley's Bakery.
Yeah, all of those are good. They're all good. They're all really good. So
definitely can't go wrong. Definitely can't go wrong with that. Donut. I guess we'll go with donut since we're at the bakery and we're talking bakery. Donut. You and the reader. And I would probably say me too, because I actually selected them as well. Everyone picked Donut King as
that's not the first time they've won. I've given the title to other people or other places in the past, but I was just, thinking about that maple bacon donut log. And
yeah, I think that was the picture you guys actually used in the article as well.
It's so good. And normally I'm a cake donut person first. But they have amazing, like I could just go in there and get like just the plain chocolate with not like it's a chocolate cake with just clear glaze donut is amazing, or like a toasted coconut cake donut there. Like they're just so good. They're so good. Nothing to say.
I wanted to talk to you because I haven't had it, and I know you told me about it, and you obviously made it your number one. For best barbecue, you had Mohawk Smokehouse.
Mohawk is just, the meat is so good. And there's a few places that could have won and places that have won in the past, but I think that Mohawk deserved an extra nod, because I don't think as many people know about them, and they should.
Yeah, and tell me,
they're a pop-up. So
that's what I was going to ask. They are a pop-up, right?
Smoke Made won best barbecue from me when they were a pop-up. Now they have a place, but I gave them the title when they were just, under the soccer mom tent.
Yeah. And Briskets Barbecue Shack and Grill got Reader's Choice.
And they were my number one last year.
They were.
There you go. So
they were my number one last year as well.
Yeah, I'm glad that it's out massive.
When we talked about it, I know for I enjoy a good burger, and I know one that I have not had that you've talked about that's on my list is your selection, which is Burger Jawn.
Their burgers are Good burger.
And they are also kind of they're a pop-up or they're
a food truck, a trailer.
Food truck.
Yeah.
And the big thing that I know you've talked about in the past about them is they make their own bread, the fries.
They make their own bread. They make their own fries. They make their own buns. I mean, that's a level up.
Next
Most
level.
places do not do that. You know who
Correct.
also makes their own buns is Badass Burgers.
Yes, Badass makes their own bun as well. I appreciate that. I think that's super big to have all that. It all blends perfectly together when you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Does Burger John, speaking of which, Burger John, are they more of a smash burger or are they more traditional burger?
They are, as much as you know, I like them all, but I'm kind of like, it just seems like smash burgers are just everywhere. And I love that the Burger John does not do smash burgers. They cook the burgers to order. It's nice okay. It just feels like every place has the smash burger and they're great, but I like the other ones too.
And you typically eat your regular burger, medium rare?
I like medium rare. I know it's a gamble.
Yeah.
But I trust. Yeah. I've never had a bad experience post medium rare burger.
Yeah. The Reader's Choice, just so you know, was Hangry Bison, which is good. It's a good spot. He's I'm really
I've been there before. I don't know that I've had a burger. I'm trying to remember.
Really? Well,
yeah,
they have all the different types of burgers, so that's.
I definitely went there the last time I went there. I think might have been Magical Dining or some sort of dining thing. It's been a little while since I've been there.
I will say that, I've been to Hangry Bison, very good. The owner, super nice guy. I've known him for years. I'm so super happy for his success.
Yeah.
And the love everyone has for Hangry Bison. I know they're in a few locations. I think they're like in 3 locations right now. So definitely check them out. It's a nice, it's kind of upscale burger joint is what I would call it.
It
definitely has
the whiskey. I haven't been there. Yes. They have some good burgers over there too.
Yeah. They do. Speaking of chains, or just in general, chains in general, I know I appreciated the one who you selected just because of the fact that I've actually been there, and that's the Kura Revolving Sushi Bar.
Yes.
And there, I was skeptical because it's Japanese. They're Japanese, and I was very skeptical when I saw it at Waterford Lakes, and I at least know that it's legit because the first time I ever went, I went with one of my best friends who currently lives in Japan. It's their favorite place to go get sushi with his family.
It's and so then fun. I went to the one that opened down closer to the parks.
Okay.
I went there because everybody was there. It was like a massive wait to get in because it was their first location here. They are in other places in the country. This wasn't the first, I don't think. Maybe
Correct.
It was, but they're all over Japan. So they're already a huge chain. But I wanted to see the robot servers and the
conveyor belt.
And it's exactly. And I wasn't expecting much. I was expecting just entertainment, and the food was good. It's good, and it's fun. And then you have the special menu stuff that you can order on the iPad and it zips right to your table. Mm-hmm. And I thought it's really good quality. It's really fun. They have the prizes and
you feed the plates, your dirty plates in, and it gives you a prize, or it has like a little show and a little thing and a little game almost.
You eat the second you sit down. If you're hungry, like there's nothing. You can start eating the second you sit down.
Just grab a plate and start going.
Yeah. And so there's that. So if you're there with like hungry people who are, hangry and annoying, they can start eating right away. You don't have to deal with any of that. Yeah. And the food was just surprisingly really good. I wasn't expecting it to be as good. And they have plenty of things like if you're with people who won't eat raw fish or anything like that, they have plenty of other things for people who don't eat raw fish.
Yep. So it's good. It's very good. I definitely recommend. A Reader's Choice for Best Chain was Seasons 52. And also honorable mention or runner up as well was Huey Magoo's, which is our chicken tender chain that we number one chicken chain up for chicken tenders that we like.
I know so much about Huey Magoo's now.
Yeah, almost too much, right? Cheap Eats. You picked, which I thought was a good call because it's something I would have not have thought of. I think it's Shakaia Sushi Lounge.
Yeah. Oh my God, the sushi happy hour there is sick. It's a really good deal. It's a really good deal. And the happy hour extends to the bar, and it's got a good location, and everything's so expensive now. It's a good deal.
It's on my list because we like sushi and I like deals. I like deals, especially if I can. And I'm at the point now where I have no problem going. I have no problem going early on a Friday or whatever and doing like an early dinner on a Friday, like, just kind of going out, doing an early dinner and coming home early and type of thing before it gets kind of crazy.
So expensive now.
Yep.
So expensive, and it really is. And I mean, I don't blame the restaurants. It's expensive for them. They have to charge what they have to charge, but it's expensive. So,
correct.
Anywhere we
the
deal.
Reader's choice for cheap eats is Beefy King, which obviously is always, I feel like it's always a staple on this list for people. I appreciated it, speaking, since we've talked about wrestling in the past and we've talked about Braun Strowman. I don't know if you noticed. I know he's filming something and we'll figure more out as you know. But
Braun Strowman, call us, please. I want to eat with you.
I don't know if you knew this. I saw it on social media because Beefy King shared it. He was wearing a Beefy King shirt walking in for one of his matches, because I guess he was like going and battling for a match on SmackDown or something like that. And he actually was wearing an orange Beefy King shirt, which I thought was badass.
It is.
That he did that. So I thought it was super, super cool to see.
I need a picture with Braun Strowman. I just want to put that out there.
I just want to eat a sandwich with him now.
Time.
Yeah. We'll figure out something. You have enough connections. You should be able to make this happen.
I don't know. I would love to. Wrestlers, call me, message me. I want to do a wrestling food story.
Oh, that'd be fun. It would
be the best. And I would love
want to talk about, because I've actually never been here, and you've talked about it before, but for best Chinese,
I met Shots.
You did Walala Asian noodle.
Yes. Yeah. And it was really cool. Like, there were a lot of things, including Walala, that Michelin named like a week after the Foodies came out, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, that place is fun. The noodles are really, really good. It's super fun to watch them make the noodles. It's kind of fun because you're watching them and they look so like, oh, this is just my everyday. But it's like so exciting for me. I think I referenced this. Like, you remember the car washes?
Yeah.
Like back in the day? And I used to love, if I couldn't drive in the car through the car wash, they used to have these windows where you could like watch your car going through.
Yes, see it going through.
Yeah, and I thought this was the coolest thing when I was a little kid, and I loved it. That's what this reminds me. Like, I get to watch the noodles being made. It's a really neat process.
I mean, it's great. It's over on West Colonial Drive, right? Is where their location is?
Yes, it's surrounded by, 57 other really good restaurants that you could also go to.
And you actually, and then I guess the winner for Reader's Choice was Taste of Chengdu in Baldwin Park, which was, I think that was my selection as well, which I had originally picked them as one of my spots, which was good.
I think this year I always pick Szechuan food. Like, I always pick Szechuan food. So it was nice for me to, divvy it up. I know that there's been Cantonese food on there, but we have a preponderance of good Szechuan food in this city.
Just have a lot of good Asian food here in Central Florida.
We do.
You really can't go wrong. A topic that you are a fan of, and I feel like your listeners are a fan of as well, is even though it'd be debatable, we'll say it's a debatable thing because everyone kind of goes nuts over this topic, and that is pizza. Best pizza. You picked your critic's choice was Frank's Pizza, which obviously I love Frank's Pizza.
That grandma pie is the pie. And what I loved was after the Foodies came out, a couple of people made posts that were like, she said that this pizza was the best, and she's right. This is like my favorite pizza, and it really is. There is a lot of good pizza in this city.
Yeah.
It's just an excellent pie. I mean, I'm here for all of it, but it's a really, really good pizza.
Yeah, and the Reader's Choice for that was Doughboys, which was great because they're pretty up and coming. I guess they're looking to open a second location there. So I definitely think it's exciting to see. You really can't go wrong. I mean, obviously I have my other choices. I pretty much have eaten Frank's. I've eaten Doughboys. I've enjoyed them all. It just really comes down to a moment of really an area of radius of where I'm at, to eat. Cause we've had Pixa's Pizza and that was good. I've had Pizza Bruno recently again, and it's been a while and that was delicious. Their pie. Same thing with Black Magic. I mean, you basically can kind of talk pizza.
I love
so much pizza.
And I love Bruno, and I love Tratto, which is like my new kind of pizza crush. You got to go there.
I got to try them. That was a list that I know you had recently talked about them, and I wanted to go to Tratto's.
Video of the dough with the oil on it, and it was like, it truly was like, it was like a thirst trap for me. Like that was, you know, like it really did what it was supposed to. I saw that dough and I sent it to my boyfriend, and I was like, look at this. We gotta go eat this. Like, look at it.
Where's Tratto's located at?
It's in Avalon Park.
Yes, that's
right. And they have another good pizza place out in Avalon Park that's on Alafaya that I wrote about. It's a really good neighborhood, very solid New York style pizza.
Oh, I know exactly what it is.
I'll remember it.
I won't remember the name of it, but I definitely know where it is.
I can look it up.
It is very good. I've had it before because I have friends that lived in that neighborhood, and I believe that's
for the people who are watching this. Just forgive me. For the people who are listening, they won't care. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, you won't. And as you're looking up the name, I will. I'm gonna talk about the next food topic that I wanted to go over, and that was best Cuban is what you which you picked a good one. She does a heck of a job, and I know she's got 2 locations. Yes, Cubans on Wheels. If you've never been, you know, I will say it's unassuming, but the flavor is definitely there. The food is there. It is very, very good. It's off of Cimarron. I want to say TG Lee Drive or something like that, I think is what it is.
Yes,
and it's like near the Denny's.
It's near, close to the airport. It's close to a lot of hotels. She gets a lot of tourists. But hopefully she must get a lot of locals because the food is dynamite.
Yes, it is super, super good. And then she's another truck. They were the ones I've told people, like Cuban sandwich wise, that is like the meatiest Cuban sandwich you're going to get, where a lot of times you get a Cuban sandwich and it's just like ham and Pasquale's. Yes, good call. Pasquale's.
Solid Avalon Park pizzeria. Nice pizza there.
Yes, I've had it. Very good. Very good stuff. No, that's okay. But Cuban wise, yeah, like usually a lot of times you'll see Cuban sandwich spots, a lot of ham, a lot of Swiss, but somehow like the pork is like forgotten or it's like a little bit of nothing. This is like, she makes it like, may not be, I wouldn't call it traditional because it's so meaty. It's so huge. Massive. I mean, it's ridiculous.
That in this, you know, in America, people are like,
yeah. It's good.
Triple
it's
XL
good.
Cuban.
Yeah, man. It's a big old Cuban sandwich.
She cuts it. This is legit, people who are listening. This sandwich is so big that she cuts it into 3 pieces.
Yes.
So that it will fit in the box that she gives.
Yes. It is super good. Reader's Choice Black Bean Deli was the Reader's Choice. Obviously, I like Alo Cubano. That's another good spot. You know, if you want some Cuban stuff, Alo Cubano's good. The gnarly Cuban, super good. I mean, with their empanadas and all the different things that they make. They do catering as well, which I've had, and it's delicious.
Okay. All fun.
Yeah. So many good, for you to be able to check out and definitely eat.
Yeah, and the Rita picks, they pick Cubans on the Run, another solid.
They picked Black Bean Deli is what they picked. But Cubans on the Run, Cubans on the Go, both are super solid.
Yeah,
as well.
A lot of good choices. Yeah. I like a
lot of good choices. Greek for Greek, you picked Zorba's Kitchen.
I like Zorba's. Zorba's is good. Food, and I like Zorba's vibe because it reminds me of being in Astoria, like in Queens. It's like a little joint you walk into. There's a counter. There's a few tables. Yep. It's small. You know, the guy who's cooking can talk to you basically while he's cooking, practically.
Yep.
You know,
pretty much.
And I like that. And the food's good.
No, it's super good. Yeah, it's good. A lot of takeout. People do a lot of takeout from there. From when I've eaten there.
I have takeout from there.
The Reader's Choice was Mykonos Authentic Greek.
Oh yeah,
was the Reader's Choice. I've never been there.
That's Longwood, right? Am I right?
I think it is.
Yeah. No, that's a good spot.
Which I like. I like seeing places that I haven't heard of that kind of work. For obviously one of my favorite topics, sandwiches. You had some good ones.
So hard this year, but
yeah. No, and that's a good thing. You want hard choices and hard decisions.
It's so hard. I think that if you see it and you read it, you see that I give shout outs to places that I didn't even pick this year because I picked them in the past. I want to remind people that they're there. But it's very important to me that the same place, even if it stays good, which it usually does, it doesn't have to win every year, because we want people to, if you have a favorite sandwich place and you go there all the time, that's fantastic. But maybe your favorite sandwich place is too far for somebody else in the metro. So if you hear about Butcher's Nook, which is out in Mount Dora, that's far from where I live, and I would certainly go there if I'm in the area, but I'm not going there every day. But there are people who do live on that side of town for whom Hinckley's is not an easy drive, or Stasio's is not an easy drive, or
Monopoly, which is your choice.
Or Monopoly is not an easy drive. So it's nice to have options that are, around the metro, so that we're not just focusing on one neighborhood, because that sandwich shop is amazing. Mama Napoli is amazing. Butcher's Nook is amazing. They're both really good. And, it kind of exposes people to different areas of town.
And different styles of sandwiches, which is another good one. I know the readers picked Slam Dunk Sandwich was who they picked. Yes, Hinckley's and Stasio's were also on the readers picks on there. And yeah, you really, pretty much it hits all the different, a lot of it comes down to where you are located wise and what you're in the mood for. Is what I tell people when people ask me, like, what's the best sandwich place? I'm like, I don't know. What are you in the mood for? Where are you located at? I'm like, there's a different, it's kind of like the same thing with pizza or other foods. It's like, okay, well, what's close by? What's near me? Where can I go? Because there's definitely a location or something.
There you get lucky, because they actually move around and they might be closer to you. But, Butcher's Nook is going to open a second location, but it's also kind of on that side of town, not quite as far right. Apopka Halls on Fifth, and I always get Apopka and Ocoee crossed up sometimes, so I always have to check. But again, if you live in East Orlando, you might not ever get out there, but if you have some other errand to run and you think to yourself, oh, I can try that place, but on average, you're not making it over there. So
no, I agree with that. Talk seafood wise, I know Naughty Lobster was your pick, which I love. They're delicious in Apopka.
Good spot.
Again, that's another one of those where you don't get to go out unless you're in the area, or you're like, hey, I really have a hankering. I want to go.
Want a 17-pound lobster roll.
Yeah. The lobster roll is delicious, but all their other seafood is delicious as well. They do a heck of a job over there.
They do.
The readers picked High Tide Harry's as their seafood.
Good people. Nice people.
We ironically I had seafood on the weekend because my daughter had prom, and we went, and where her prom was Four Flamingos, and we got to eat at Four Flamingos.
Wow. Her prom was at that property.
At that property, yes. And my wife had made reservations. Yes, Grand Cypress, and she had made reservations, and so we decided I was not supposed to be the person, but somehow it ended up being her. She was supposed to go with someone else, had a reservation for two. It ended up being me and my wife, which was nice. A nice dinner.
I love the whole
No, I wanted to do the whole fish. Someone told me to do that, but I was like, it was pretty, I was like, someone was like, you got to get the whole fish. And I was like, maybe next time. We got some appetizers. We got some of the appetizers. We had like the salmon.
Empanada with the foie gras.
The oxtail. No, it was on my list to have, but I did not. We had the octopus. We had like a starter, a grilled octopus, and then we also had it was a salmon plantain croquette.
You always get that. Yeah,
we got that, which was good. And then my wife just went shrimp, because we were gonna split stuff, and I was like, well, what are we gonna? So she ordered the shrimp and pasta, and then I decided I think it's the triple tail, Florida triple tail is what it is, which I've never had before. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna go outside my usual, what I usually would get, because I wanted there was actually the chicken. It was what I really caught my eye, because it sounded good. But then I was like, I can't get chicken here.
Chicken in the seafood.
That's the reason why I did it, and that's why I got the
people who vetoed going there in the first place.
That's the reason, and that's the reason why I said I couldn't. I was like, I can't do this. I got to have the fish.
I'm sure it's really good.
No, it is.
Go to a seafood place.
No, I'm with you 100%. That's the reason why I ended up doing that. But no, that was but it was good. It was good. It was something I definitely will go back when magical dining and stuff like that happen, and give it another
purple coconut rice that they do,
mm-hmm.
and the banana leaf that comes with
mm-hmm.
the fish. I think you can get it on the side of anything. I think you can order it as a side,
mm-hmm.
but it comes with the whole fish. Oh, that rice is so good. But I am a sucker. I want to get the whole fish everywhere I go. but I
The whole
don't.
fish, yeah, I
But in
want
a
to.
seafood place and they have it, I'm like, yes, to the
Yes,
whole
give it
fish.
to me.
Yeah, I want all the bones. I want to pick everything apart. Some people don't like that. They're like,
No,
I can see its face. I don't want to eat it.
I don't care about that. I just
You
care
have
about
to
the
show
whole like,
respect to
yeah,
the, you know what I mean? You
yeah.
eat the whole thing.
Yeah, eat it. Something that's good in fish is tacos, and the next one I wanted to chat about. I have two more left, and then we'll kind of wrap up on
Yeah,
your
we're hitting
thoughts on how it went tacos wise. I know you had Hunger Street
Yeah, they still have a
as
streak with me. They have a
yep.
streak with me still. There was a big streak that was broken this year. I finally didn't. There was a big one that was broken, but Hunger Street is holding firm. They are so good. There's a lot of good tacos in this city. I just heard about a new one that I will tell you off camera about,
Okay.
off mic. So we'll discuss that another time. But I just heard
Yeah, yeah,
about a
yeah.
really good one that I'm dying to try.
Okay.
There's a lot of good
Okay. Yeah.
tacos in the city.
I mean, you gave a runner up to my favorite place, the one I picked,
Las
Taqueria
Casuelas.
Las Casuelas.
Yeah, oh, it's so good.
Which hits Tuesdays is a madhouse, by the way. I went on a Tuesday because it's 3 tacos for $5. Holy cow. I waited
Yeah.
forever,
Yeah,
but it was
time is money. I don't.
yeah.
You
No,
can-
I totally agree with that. But at the same
I'll
time, I was
make
like,
my
I
own.
ordered so much food because of it. I was like, well, it's only $5. I'm like, we're gonna order give me like orders of all these tacos and all these other things. Let's try this.
Tripa, tres
Yeah.
lengua, tres
Yeah,
cabezas, tres
I just
asada.
went like nuts. Yeah, it was good. For the Reader's Choice Black Rooster was, which obviously is always good.
A guac. I
Super
don't even need
good.
tacos there. I need guacos.
Yeah. Takeout wise, you had a one of ours that was also a favorite of mine. Meng's Kitchen is
Did you see the post? Speaking of WWE, do you know who
no,
went to Bangs this week?
no. Who went to Meng's?
Asuka.
Really?
Yes, and the last time he posted, Shinsuke Nakamura was in there. So obviously the Japanese wrestlers are finding Meng's Kitchen, and I'm jealous.
So obviously that means that's a good thing.
Call me Shinsuke Asuka. Let's go eat Japanese food.
Let's
or
go
not.
eat Japanese
Eat American food.
Yeah. The Readers, and if you've never been to Meng's Kitchen, we've talked about it before. It's over. Is it called iFresh? Is that what the
iFresh supermarket, which is where in the spot where Kai, which is now Mo's Market, used to be.
Yep.
Cute little stall, great Thai food. I know we've talked about Tom Kaga, like the coconut chicken soup, which is so
super good.
Regular chicken soup is so good.
Yep.
Like just the chicken and rice soup, really good food. Really good food. Good, again, good people, good food. Great takeout. Great for takeout.
Yes. No, it's good. Readers picked Bella Roma as theirs. I'm not too familiar with them, but I thought it was interesting on it. And obviously I know you've talked about it, but I figured this is a good way to wrap it up. The one thing I know you've talked in the past when we talked about it initially, but I just kind of want to get your conclusion on what your thoughts were on this whole year of 2025 and Foodie Awards. I know you've talked about how the readers have now kind of caught up and are kind of hitting up on like elevating also like and just picking some other bunch of good places.
That there used to be like pretty much zero, like virtually no overlap between me and the readers. There was a couple years in, picks that I had made previous and places that I had written about started showing up. And now there's like, if it's not like overlap, it's overlap delayed. But like they're picking places that I have picked in the past, or we're picking the same places that are repeats for me. The reader picks are getting better and better. Can I explain it? No, but I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see better picks.
I'm glad to see it as well. I'm also glad to see that they're having more and more obviously the whole idea of this, and I know there's other food awards locally being done. I know Orlando Weekly one does one and all that, and I definitely think like it's the same thing, same message regardless of how we say it. Like support the local place, nominate them, go to those places. I think it's like wear it as a badge. If you get, whether it's nominated or you win a critics or a readers, I think it's like just go out and support the local spots. Use it as a list of places. So if you're in an area, you're like, "Ooh, I didn't know," like, make a list and like include like where there's like some of these places where they're at. So that way you're like, "Oh, I'm not usually in Longwood. Oh, look, there's this place in Longwood that I can go to now because I'm here and I'm looking for a spot." Like try to like open up that palette and that aperture of like places you can go and eat and go check out, because I think that, we have a lot of really great food here in Central Florida that I don't want you to be missing.
True. I can't add to that. I agree with everything he said. What he said.
Well, good. Well, I guess that's our show for today. Thank you so much, Amy Drew, for getting to hang out, talk about food, and talk about all these the Foodie Awards. I definitely, if you have a favorite that wasn't selected or picked, let us know. I'd love to, like I said, I have my wife and I have a list.
Yeah, send us to new places. Put these places on your list. Give us a list.
Yeah, give us a list of where you want to go. But thanks for listening. Make sure to keep supporting local and keep eating and thanks for listening.